What is up, Capricorn? How are you guys doing? You know what time it is, right? It is my favorite time of the month, man. Time for the mid-month messages. Mid-month messages. Why is that my favorite time of the month? I'll tell you why. Because when I do mid-month messages, what it is that I am looking for is I'm checking to see whether or not there has been a change of timeline. Yes, timelines can absolutely change. Because I like to give advice in my readings. And if you take the advice and apply it to your situation, that actually has the capability of changing your timeline. That's the whole point of the advice. That's why I give advice. So that's the intention I'm putting into this here today. For those of you who would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, please check down there in the description box of this video. And that's where you'll find everything you need to know. What's up, y'all? A little handful of you tuned in. I kind of want to see how many of you tuned in here. Yesterday, everybody was telling me that their notifications had been turned off. So like hardly anybody showed up to my live streams yesterday. I guess it's working today. Or did you all get my community post? Did you check your notifications? Looks like it's working better today. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Anyway, I don't have time to wait for people to tune in. It looks like it's working better though. Okay. All right. So I'm actually starting these off with the current person. Let's see if timelines changed between Capricorn and the current person. If timelines changed, did they change for the better or for the worse? Let's see. How are things looking between Capricorn and the current relationship? Remember, if you're not experiencing any issues in your current relationship, this is not for you. Well, Ace of Swords is reversed. Still some communication issues. Spoiler alert. Okay. An ending is being prevented. So it looks like for the very most part, I don't see an ending happening. Death reversed and the Empress here, along with the Temperance, Two of Wands. That would indicate to me that you ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. You're pretty much staying put in the same spot. The only thing that kind of yells at me like right away is that I don't have one single cup on the table. Not one. Not a single cup is on the table here. So that would indicate to me not a mutual love connection. That's what that would indicate to me. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's you, if it's them, or both of you. But somebody here, it just isn't into this anymore. There's just no love left. Still no cups, still no cups, still no cups, no cups. I do feel like, though, that you are pondering abandoning this situation. Somebody here is pondering this. Let's just put it, I'm not going to say who this is yet. Somebody here is pondering, weighing out the pros and cons because you're kind of feeling like this situation is turning a little bit toxic. I don't know. I'm not seeing any toxicity here. I guess that doesn't mean there never was. It's just not coming through here. Other than the Devil card, which is subsequently the Capricorn card as well. So some of you could be dealing with a fellow Capricorn. I also have Taurus, Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, Scorpio. Let's see how the current person feels about you. How's the current person feeling about Capricorn? How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, hopes, dreams, and expectations? How are they feeling about you? See, Queen of Cups reversed. See, they're losing feelings. They are losing feelings. Thank you for the super chat. What's your name? Noeline? I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, well, it kind of feels like they're losing some feelings too. Either that or the feelings that they do have, they just may not really be mature enough to really know how to open up and really express it. You know what, though? For the very most part, yeah, I mean, okay, so this is kind of weird because there's the devil again. Okay, there's the devil again. So they are aware that the situation, now this is going to be kind of weird. I don't know how I'm going to word this because they're aware of the toxicity of the situation, but they're not aware of just how serious it is. Does that make sense? Like I don't think that they're really taking seriously the fact that you're seriously pondering just abandoning this whole situation. The thought may cross their mind from time to time, but I think like if you were to actually pack your shit and leave, they would be blown away. Like they don't really think that it's ever going to go that far. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So, yeah. I mean, like I said, they are aware of the toxicity of the situation. No, they're not really all that happy either. But they don't actually think that you're going to go nowhere. They don't think you're going to leave. Okay. Well, could be a Virgo for some of you. Also have Leo here. 2 Leo cards, actually. All right. Well, let's see. We kind of got the outcome in the first spread there. Like I said, spoiler alert, I don't think you're going anywhere. So let's get the advice then. What's the advice? What's the advice? Uh-oh, 10 of Wands. You're going to be like the 4th sign that's gotten this same advice. Okay. Ace of Wands reversed. Thank you, Erica, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. You're going to be like the 4th sign that's gotten this advice in May. So here's the thing, okay? You can do this one of 2 ways. You can do it on your terms. You know, you can make the decision to do this yourself and, plan for everything however you want to do it. I think you have a pretty decent little window of opportunity here. But either you can make the decision or the universe is going to do it for you. Because things aren't going to just improve. You're not just going to wake up one day and things are going to be better. Matter of fact, I would even argue that, okay, let me use an example, okay? You know how if you get into a wreck, the insurance company will pay to get it fixed up to a certain point before they cut it off and say, nope, it's total. It's not even worth fixing it. You know how insurance companies will be like that? Similarly, whenever 2 people come together and the energy is kind of fucked up and you all just aren't really coming together as a team and making this happen, it crosses a line. The energy becomes such a tangled up, jumbled up mess that it gets to a point where while nothing is impossible, there's somebody out there could take that crumbled up, mangled up car and put it in a garage and fix it. It's possible, but the likelihood that that's going to happen is just very, very slim. So I would even argue that there's very little that you could do to really pull this situation up out of the mess that it's in. I think you got a good little window of opportunity, though, because I'm not seeing the Tower card here in this spread. But trust and believe that Tower card is on the horizon out there, because this is going to get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And it's going to keep getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And the universe is going to keep applying pressure and applying pressure and applying pressure. See, now this is across the board, okay, with anything in life. When it's time for you to bust a move, when it's time for you to leave a relationship or go look for a new job or move to a new state or whatever the case may be, when it's time for you to get up and do something, do you think the universe is going to let you get comfortable? No. No. When you have an assignment coming up somewhere else, some other soul contract or in some other location or whatever the case may be, the universe is going to make you more and more uncomfortable day by day by day until you get up and go fucking leave whatever situation you're in. And if you don't, if you're a stubborn ass and you just choose to keep ignoring it and ignoring it and ignoring it, after a certain point, that's when the universe will kick the tower over on you and force it to happen. Because you have another assignment. You have another soul contract that is due to come in. Okay? All right. Now we're going to take a look at your actual love interest, the person you're actually interested in. Let's see if timelines change. Did timelines change between Capricorn and their love interest? If they change, do they change for the better or for the worse? Let's see. Let's see. Boom. Woo! Got that Two of Cups, though. So you and this person are coming together and connecting. But I can't really say a whole lot more than that right now. The Two of Cups, I don't know. I've heard people argue this. My style of reading, the way I read, the Two of Cups doesn't intrinsically indicate a heavy, intense emotional connection. It just means two people coming together. Now, there could be an emotional connection. That's what I'm going to dig in deeper and see here. Let's see. Ooh, 10 of Wands again. Judgment. Death card reversed. Okay, so you and this person are having a very difficult time actually connecting. You all ain't vibing very well. It doesn't look like you all balance each other out very well. So this kind of honestly feels like, yeah, wow, okay. This kind of feels like when two people come together, you know, and even if you're really into the person, you have a lot of feelings for them, even if they're into you, and we just ain't vibing, like say we go out to eat on a date or something like that, and we're trying to carry on a conversation, and it's just fucking weird and awkward, and you're not talking about anything that I'm interested in. I'm not talking about anything you're interested in. And you know how the energy just gets really fucking awkward? You know, have you been in that situation before? That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like. And yeah. Doesn't really look like it's lasting very long, honestly. Now, you know why I think that is? Because I think your love interest is a sneaky little shit. That's what I think. I think your love interest got a DM full of other fucking people. That's what I think. That's what I think. Thank you for the super chat and massage diaries. Thank you. Appreciate you. I think this person probably has a DM full of other people, possibly even another relationship. And that's why y'all ain't vibing. That's what I'm thinking. You're picking up on something that's really off about this person. You can tell something's going on in there that ain't right. You can tell. Well, let's take a deeper dig at their energy. Let's see what they're really all about. What are their true feelings? What's their true intentions? What's this person really all about at the deepest level? Let's see. Ten of Wands. This person got a big old bunch of baggage. Big old bunch of baggage. You know what? What always comes up when you read a new connection, at least here on my channel. I don't know who's doing what in YouTube tarot land in today's day and age, but on my channel, what comes up every time I read a new connection? The past. This person is carrying the past vibrational baggage. They're still in love with their ex. I think this person, their number one priority right now is to just jump into the quickest, fastest relationship they possibly can to try to distract themselves from the pain and the heartbreak of their last relationship that came to an end. That's what I think is going on here. Now, the codependency card came out in the first spread, but I didn't mention it. I didn't say anything about it. OG followers, I know over the years you've heard me go on that tangent at great length so many times. And to be 100% real with you, I'm just sick of fucking giving that lecture. I try to steer around it if I can, but it's kind of coming through in this spread here, where when a person gets into a relationship with that energy, you know, they treat relationships the same way an alcoholic treats a bottle of alcohol. They're not connecting with people for the actual connection. They're connecting with people to meet their own selfish needs, just to fill the void in their own heart, right? So that's why it feels so off and weird and funny between you and this person. That's the reason why. That is the reason why. Let's get the advice, because we got the outcome there. What's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice for Capricorn? Queen of Cups. Devil card reverse. Don't let this turn into a sex-based connection. Now, I mean, if you want to get intimate with somebody sexually, we're all adults, do what you do. I can't tell you not to do that. But just go about it with some energetic awareness and energetic intelligence. Okay. Who was I telling this to the other night? I think it was Scorpio. I think so. Anyway, some of y'all know this, some of you don't, but I got to go ahead and tell you this because this is very important information that has been hidden from us for a long time. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. I don't care how spiritually awakened you are. I don't care your religion, your beliefs. I don't care your sexuality. I don't care if you're gay or straight. None of that matters. When you fuck somebody, y'all's energies get tangled up like a big tangled up ball of fishing line. You ever seen a big old tangled up ball of fucking fishing line with all the hooks and the lures and all the bullshit all tangled up in it? That's what happens to your energy when you fuck somebody. And it can be a bitch untangling from somebody. It can be a bitch. It's taken me upwards of 1.5 years to fucking untangle somebody's energy out of my aura before. Like, for real. It can be a bitch. Now, again, if you're cool with that, okay, cool. Go do what you do. But just know that. So that's the main reason why you want to just think about it before you person's energy and their intentions before you do that. Just saying. Again, we're all grown-ups here. Do whatever the hell you want. But that's what this is saying. Now, if you already have been sexually intimate with this person, I don't know what else to tell you. Make sure it doesn't just turn into a sex-based connection. Because I'm sorry, man. We got Emperor, King of Wands, both reversed. For those of you who have not been intimate with this person, I would recommend that you spend a little bit more time observing this person's intentions. A little bit more time. And I know that can be tricky, y'all. That can be tricky. Depending on how consistently you're around somebody, how much time you spend around them. Sometimes, like if you're seeing and talking to somebody consistently, like on a daily basis, their true colors should bubble up to the surface within the first 3 months. But if it's somebody that you're not seeing all that consistently, maybe you see them once a week or something like that, you know, for the very most part, they're not like a daily part of your life, of your daily life. It could take 6 months to 1 year before their true colors bubble up to the surface. It just kind of all depends. But I'll tell you this much. When their true colors start bubbling up to the surface, don't try to repaint them. When a person shows you their true colors, accept it. If somebody tells you, I'm not looking for a relationship, listen to them. I'm sorry, but I do readings. I do those readings all the time. All the time. I'll sit down here at my table. I'm reading the paper. And in the first fucking sentence, when me and this person met, he told me he wasn't looking for a relationship. That's all you need to know right there. Somebody tells you they're not looking for a relationship, don't you dare try to change their fucking mind. Listen to them. Okay? I know that doesn't apply to all of you, but I have a feeling it applies to a couple of you. All right. Dadgummit. Past person. Let's take a look and see how things are looking between Capricorn and the person from the past. Have timelines changed? If they change, do they change for the better or for the worse? What's happening between Capricorn and the person from the past? What is happening? 2 more shuffles, 2 more. Boom. Uh-oh, 3 of Cups. Man, I'm surprised it took this long for your favorite card to come out, Capricorn. What is Capricorn's favorite card? Bam, there it is. Took a minute for that one to come out. Anyway, though, so still a very strong sense of unfinished business between the two of you, but there's already a third party involved here. Well, technically, if the person is a past person, it's not technically a third party. But there's already another person's energy involved. Let's put it that way. There's already another energy involved here. This person is trying to forget about you, I think. But they're having a hard time doing that. They're having a hard time forgetting about you. I think this person does want to talk to you. They just don't know how to approach you. They wouldn't know how to start a conversation with you. So as far as what's happening, it doesn't really look like a whole lot of anything is happening here. Not really. This feels like silent tension. And the reason I say that is mainly because of this right here. Feels kind of like silent tension between the two of you. Yeah, see? Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, both reversed. Could be a Taurus for some of you. Also have Aquarius here. Let's see. We shall see if this person wants to talk to you. Do they want to be with you? How do they feel about you? How does the person from the past currently feel about Capricorn? Ten of Cups reversed. So they aren't holding on to any hope that the two of you would ever be able to have something successful. I think they've pretty much given up on that idea. Yeah, see, Death card. Death card, Ten of Cups reversed. They feel like it's over between the two of you. Ace of Cups reversed. They're giving you the silent treatment. Ooh, they do still keep an eye on you, though. They're trying to forget about you, but they do still keep an eye on you because they feel a really insanely intense connection with you. Now, you already know what I'm going to say about this. Let me ask you, have y'all been on and off before? Have you all been on and off before? I always ask that when the Three of Wands comes up. Because the Three of Wands with the Page of Swords would indicate to me that this person is waiting for you to reach out. And not only are they waiting for you to reach out, but in their mind, they know you're going to reach out. In their mind. They're convinced that you're going to reach out. Now, when that pops up, I always have to ask, have y'all done this before? Have y'all already been on and off before? Because in the Three of Wands, you can kind of see it's depicted in this card if you look real close. This dude is standing here waiting for his ships to come in. Okay? Now, notice I said waiting for his ships to come in. He's not standing there wondering if his ships are coming in. He knows his ships are coming in and he's standing there waiting on it. So this person's very convinced that you're going to be the one that comes forward. Now, that would either be for one or two reasons. Either A, this person just thinks that they're God's gift to the fucking dating world, right? They just think they're God's gift to relationships. Or y'all have done this before. I know it's a little bit different for both of you, but they think that you're going to be reaching out for some reason. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? What advice do we have for Capricorn? Advice. What advice do we have? Ooh, this is saying hold back and resist temptation. Why? Some of you dealing with a Leo. Why should Capricorn hold back and resist temptation? Why? Because of the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is all about childish nonsense, drama, and foolishness. Arguably, in my personal opinion, I think the Page of Wands is the most immature character in the entire tarot. The most childish. That's all up for debate because all of the pages are pretty fucking childish and immature. But I personally feel like, because the Page of Wands, that's fire energy. And fire energy can be very like dramatic, you know? So if you take that immature fire energy, it'll be like usually very overly childishly dramatic, you know? And this person will more than likely throw a pity party and guilt trip you. I see this person guilt tripping you and shaming you. And depending on how much healing you've done, they might be pretty successful at it. If they're not successful at it, they're at least going to be successful at breaking you down psychologically. Even if they can't guilt trip or shame you, they'll still break you down psychologically. You'll still walk away from this mess, you know, just carrying a heavier burden than you were before the two of you talked. Here's the Three of Wands again as the advice. It's saying, don't talk to them unless they reach out. Okay? Because boundaries need to be set. This person needs to know who has the upper hand. Okay? See, if you reach out to them, that's going to give them the upper hand. Ah, yeah, you couldn't resist. You couldn't resist. You had to reach out. Okay, that I have power over you. You got to let them know they ain't got that power over you. Got to let them know that. Me personally, now this is just me. This isn't tarot cards. This isn't even really necessarily spiritually. This is just some little behind the scenes trivia about Rich Lop that you may not know about my personal, the way I am. When I cut somebody off, I go no less than 1 year before I even think about talking to you again. If I cut you out of my life, I ain't talking to you for at least 1 year. At least. At least. So that you'll know there's boundaries in place. You know, because if a lot of people like to push and test boundaries, you know, and if you fold in a matter of a couple of months, somebody might think, oh, okay, I can push you over. I can get one over on you. So you got to lay it on the line. Like, no, I'm going to show you how serious I am. And then usually depending on the individual, it may or may not take a year for that boundary to be understood and respected. But once the year mark crosses and that person sees, damn, you have no problem like dealing with my absence for a whole year, maybe I don't got no power over you. If you'll go a whole year without talking to me, I better toe the line, or you'll probably go another year without talking to me, right? That's just me. I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying that my method is right and yours is wrong. That's just the way I handle it. And for the very most part, it's always worked out for me. You know, most of the time, though, honestly, if I cut you off, I'm probably never going to talk to you again. But on the occasion that I do end up reconnecting with somebody, I don't do it before a year is over. That's just me. So, all right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn friends needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm going to get out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.